Oh, yeah. He's going to jump right here.
Dog.
Oh, look at him coming back in the boat. Oh, my gosh.
Our #1 objective on this day was not, let's go catch a world record permit or let's try to do this on a fly rod. Our goal that day was to go out and spend a day with Jeff, catch up, let's go out and have an enjoyable day. And I knew we were going to accomplish that right away as we're leaving the dock. That's what happens when you're in the right spot, right?
Oh, I got smashed on the top of the water.
There,
oh, man, look at that.
Oh, yeah!
Come on. Oh, he ate it. Nice, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought you said you had to...
Got him, relax.
Oh, dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh, awesome. Look at that big boy. Woo.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
So what are you thinking today, Mr. Jeff?
Oh, I think we need to run out into the Gulf side and just throw some baits around and see what we stumble into.
Mr. Tom?
What's up, Jeff?
How are you, Tom?
How are you, buddy?
I'm great.
How's
How are
everything
you?
going?
Absolutely wonderful. How about
Good.
yourself?
Good deal, man. Great. I'm glad we're gonna fish together. I don't think I've ever fished with you.
We have not fished together. Of
All
all
right.
these years, we have not fished together.
Well,
Looking
watch you
forward
come
to
back
it.
to the dock with flags flying everywhere, ready to go. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yes, sir.
The man,
So-
the myth, the legend.
So whatever you want to do, buddy, you tell us.
All right, well, I think as long as we've got a bait well full of wigglers, we can make something happen out there
Okay.
today.
Well, I think we got that covered.
Good deal.
Well, why don't you take the helm, Jeff, and take us wherever you want to go, man.
All right.
We got everything
Get the
ready to
show
roll.
on the road.
How's the family?
Family's doing wonderful. Kids are good, mama's good, life is good. How about you guys?
Man, same. Just everybody's growing up. Everybody's growing up too fast.
Happens quick, doesn't it?
It happens quick, all right. Quicker every day. Quicker every year.
So what are you thinking, man? You thinking about doing the wrecks?
I think so, yeah. I think we're gonna run out into the Gulf side and just see if we can't create some action. You know, with the weather conditions that we have, I think it's probably our best bet for a maximum amount of action. You know, and the potential for a lot of variety is there, from permits and cobias to Goliath groupers, big sharks. I mean, I think that's what's drawing me that direction today.
Great.
It's just the variety of opportunity.
Sounds perfect.
I'll go with your gut. From what I know, you got a good gut.
We'll see about
I always
that.
say Jeff's a fishy guy.
Jeff is one of those guys that, you know, when I think about a working guide, that's exactly what I think about. Jeff is going after it pretty much every day. And not just every day, there's a time of the year from about March till June, I guess. He's running triple half days every single day, no matter what the conditions are, no matter what he's feeling, no matter how the fishing is, he's going out there, rain or shine, triple half days. That's pretty impressive, and he's got 2 charter boats now. So he's got his boat, the Tarpon Time, and then he's got another one, the I'm Hooked, and he's one of our go-to guides for any kind of information as we're getting ready to go out fishing, man. It's always a good idea to ask Jeff what he's doing, because you know what? He was out there this morning, and he's gonna be out there tonight, he was out there yesterday, and he's gonna be out there tomorrow.
Just trying to get a good mark on the actual coordinate here. So as I'm using this chart plotter to kind of, you know, manage the spot versus the bottom. So we'll just slide around here and see if we can get a decent mark on the spot.
And so we'll
You
actually
did see the,
You'll
did
see the
mark it?
structure come up for sure. It comes up actually really pretty high up off the bottom.
You have any idea what this is, Jeff?
I don't, Tom. I really don't. Like I said, I've never dove it.
I don't blame you.
No, generally there's some critters living here, and
I'm sure
I've
of
never
that.
seen it clear enough to make me real comfortable getting in the water here.
There's a cooter right here, so we must be getting close. We must be right on it.
Known Jeff for over 20 years. When I was guiding every day, he's somebody that we were fishing side by side. I always had a lot of respect for him. He's very versatile. Does a lot of things that I haven't done as much. Like he's better at that wreck fishing in the Gulf. And I was really excited about that because I know that he has a bunch of spots that I've never fished out in the Gulf that it's going to be exciting to see something different. So we left the dock, gave him the wheel, and we were off to a new adventure. Oh boy, look at that! Yellowtail snapper.
Jumbo yellowtail.
Hey, that's a fish.
First
Hey,
fish
man,
of the day.
It's a start. You
You gotta build it.
It's the beginning of a
build it.
pattern, right? There's fish here.
Pretty little guy.
The Gulf wrecks. It's kind of shallow back there, but for all kinds of reasons, there are pieces of debris strewn all through there. Some of it's natural, some of it's man-made, some of it's probably sunk intentionally, some of it was sunk accidentally. It's all back there, and if you find something that not a lot of other people know about, it's just like an oasis in a desert for those fish. And Jeff, he has that in his repertoire. Got something.
There you
Got
go.
a nibble?
That's a good fish. Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
Oh, get him, come on.
He's coming.
There you go.
What's that gonna be, Jeff?
I don't know. It was acting like a snapper or a grouper. The way it was kind of, the way it was digging into the rocks like a gag or something.
Little grouper.
Nice one. That's a almost keeper-sized gag there, man.
Well, these little shallow wrecks are awesome for those
It's a
gags.
nice gag. Only a couple days too early before grouper season opens.
Couple days. He's not legal.
Got a little short.
But that is a heck of a fish, man. That's a predator. Predator grouper. We have these little spots down in Key West where we can catch these on fly when you get them all chummed up on the pilchards, and they'll come right up to the surface and eat.
Oh boy. Look at my yellowtails getting bigger.
All right.
Man, how about that? Big old chunks of bonita on the bottom, and I'm catching little tiny yellowtails. That's interesting.
Plenty of stuff down there. Build it, build it, build it. That's what happens when you're in the right spot, right?
Oh, I got smashed on the top of the water. Oh man, look at that.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Wow.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Hawks Cay Resort, the only key you'll need. By Yellowfin, only in a Yellowfin. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, your adventure starts here. By Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate with Lowrance. And by Plano, Buff, St. Croix Rods, Marathon in the Keys, and Florida Keys and Key West.
It's funny how you have all these friends down here and all these guys that are fishing guides and that and interact with on a daily basis, but for the most part, there's a lot of times where you never share a boat with them because everybody's working, everybody's doing their thing, and there's really no time or opportunity for two fishing guides to go together unless you really make it happen. And all this time I've known Jeff, I've never shared a boat with him, and I knew I was going to enjoy it because Jeff's an easygoing guy. He fishes a lot like I like to, just kind of go out there, have some fun, tell some jokes, laugh a lot, and he's just as comfortable throwing a shrimp to a bonefish as he is dropping a 8-pound jack for a Goliath grouper. And I always like it when we leave here and go that way because that's a little closer to what I know, and I have been to a lot of those Gulf wrecks, and certainly none of the ones that we went to with Jeff, but that area is getting a little closer to the area that I would fish all the time, and there's just a tremendous amount of life in there.
What is that big shadow back there, Rich? It looks like a bunch.
It's a giant shadow of something.
It looks like a bunch of.
Oh, it's a bunch of something.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Could be cobias.
I don't know what.
It's a lot of fish.
It's a lot of
it's like
big
50 fish.
I'm gonna say it's barracudas.
I think it's.
But it's 50 of them if it is.
It was a big pack. It was a big brown shadow.
You got your pilchard in there?
I got a mullet and a pilchard.
Oh yeah, he's after big cuda, giant cuda. He's after you.
Very cool.
Good eye, Jeff.
I just happened to see the shadow, you know?
One of the ways that you're always seeing these wrecks is you pull up there and there's a school of permit sitting over the top of this wreck, or a school of cobia, or both, you know. But there's a fish out there that on good days and bad days, the barracuda is one that you can bet that if you're seeing, you know, multiple cudas, they're probably sitting over the top of that structure. They're gonna want a place where they can get a meal anytime they want to. There's gotta be some bait hanging around, and then that's where the cuda's gonna sit.
He's right on your mullet. Oh, he's gonna commit.
He's
That guy's mullet's in the wrong
one chased
spot.
yours up,
Yeah,
Tom.
I
You see
saw
that? That's a wolf pack of jumbos. Oh, look at them all. Look at them all.
Man, I can't believe those are all kudas. That's gotta be something else.
Why do you say that?
No, I think it's kudas. I think it's a pack of giant kudas.
Man. Well, I mean, I'm looking at so many fish, though.
There's a lot of them, and they're big.
Oh, he's after you, Jeff.
Am I pulling
He's
you
gonna
in?
blast it. Oh, and they were there, man. It was pretty cool. Jeff knew it. He had a little shot of wire, and he had some live mullet, and boy, did they like those live mullet. It was pretty fun to watch that. He threw one out there, and it did not take long. All of a sudden, that mullet starts jumping around, and crash, big cuda comes out after it.
Oh, we got him. He 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 got him.
You got him that
He
time?
got him. He got him. He got him.
All right, Jeff. See that one busted?
Oh, yeah, look at him jumping.
Rather be
Stick
lucky than
with
good.
it, man.
You know what I mean?
He finally wanted to get that mullet, huh?
Finally got it. After running all those triples, you can come out here and catch a fish.
Yeah, it's great. Are you kidding me? I'm having a ball. I don't get to do the fishing part usually.
You know, it's kind of cool to see Jeff, a guy that is working triple half days. This guy is taking so many different people out, and after all that fishing, and after all of those trips, and that when Jeff got some free time, that he would actually want to go fishing. And that's to me, that's the definition of somebody that really has passion for what they're doing. Triple half days, and you get an opening and you want to go fishing with us and you want to actually catch a fish. But Jeff was really, you know, he was excited about it. He wanted to catch some fish, and he was having just as much fun as we were.
Mr. Barracuda.
Mr. Barracuda.
Little bitty shot of wire.
That's right. Beautiful.
Whoa, look, he wasn't even hooked in the mouth,
Ah, I got him in the belly. Look at
dude.
that.
Anybody can hook him in the mouth.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dang.
Little
I
belly
don't have to worry
hook.
about that hook. I'm always
Little belly
worried
hook.
about the hooks than the fish.
Yeah, amen.
So I don't know about you, but that's one of the fish that, as charter captain, people love to catch the barracuda.
I won't lie, the conditions that day that we fished with Jeff were challenging. They were really challenging. The wind goes from kind of a south direction, then it swings around to the north, and then all night it blows from a westerly direction. And a lot of people say, when the wind is west, stay home and rest. But the trick to fishing on a west wind, or any wind that typically isn't exactly ideal conditions, is, man, you just got to kind of slowly chip away at this. And that's what we were doing. And you know, that's the thing about Jeff that I really, really appreciated too, is he had a good attitude about
Real
it.
good
And you
attitude.
keep bouncing around until all of a sudden you start making something happen.
Bleed, make it bleed.
I'll tell you what, between the Barracuda and the Jack, sure are a lot of people that come to the Florida Keys and have a really good day of fishing.
Well, let me tell you, they make my day a lot. The
Throw in a couple
barracudas and the
kingfish,
jacks are
maybe a
just,
shark,
yep.
permit, bonefish, tarpon. Not every day is the perfect day for those, you know.
Oh, believe me, particularly when it's got a little west breeze kicking.
That's why it's so important that we let those cudas go, because they're super valuable.
Jeff, he had about 5 or 6 different spots, different wrecks or bottom structure out there. They were in relatively same area. You know, he could bounce, 5 miles this way, 4 miles this way, and and just try another one. And eventually, you're going to find one that's a little more happening than the next.
Yeah, and we get to bouncing around a little bit, and Jeff hooks up with another fish that's there, the Jack Crevalle.
Oh my gosh, got him on.
There you go.
That didn't take very long.
Nope, that didn't take long at all. That's what happens when you're in the right spot, right?
Oh, I got smashed
Whoa,
on the
what
top
do
of the
you got
water.
there,
Oh
Rich?
man, look at that.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Wow.
That didn't take
Top
very
water
long.
plug just smashed it, Tom.
Nice job. Nice job,
Whew.
guys.
That must be what was chasing that bait, huh?
Sure looked like it.
Oh, that was awesome. As soon as we pulled up to that second spot, the jacks were there. He threw out, I mean, we just got there. He threw out a live ballyhoo, and immediately, man, it just explosions on the top of the water. He's hooked up. I can see a swarm of fish come up after it.
Nice size one. Nice size jack. Valley.
All right, you gotta love those guys, man.
Beautiful, yeah.
The Jack Crevalle is such a great game fish, and really, honestly, the biggest complaint that anybody has about the Jack Crevalle is that they fight too hard, you know? So if somebody comes down, they haven't caught a lot of fish, the Jack Crevalle is very, very available, and I love the Jack Crevalle. I think it's a great fish, and as a fishing guide, that fish will save the day more times than not, and it helped us on this day to get a little more action. His cousin, the Trevally, traveled all the way around the world to catch something just a little bit, not even that big, that people go nuts for.
Right.
And they don't fight any harder than that thing.
Man, that was cool. Hit that top water plug. Watch those hooks.
Yep.
Man, that's fun watching them fucking smash it.
Oh, super fun.
Whew.
Good luck with all those hooks.
Yeah, the unfun part is I usually take the front hooks off of
Me
mine.
too.
Because
Now, are those teeth marks on him?
no, I don't think so. I think it's probably
from the
just
lure?
lure hooks, lure drama.
Hey, you know what? Put him in the live well. We might use him for a Goliath or
good
something.
idea. Yep, drop him down, deep 6.
Hey guys, I just picked up this brand new 24 yellowfin 24 CE, which stands for carbon fiber. It's made out of carbon fiber. It's a lot lighter, and really super excited about this. Mostly, it's pretty much the same as we've been building them, but there's some big improvements here, starting with the GPS units that we have. Lowrance came out with a brand new carbon GPS, that's what they call it, the HDS Carbon. And in the past, we've been putting 2 units down on the bottom station and 1 on the top station, but these were 12-inch units. Lowrance this year came out with a 16-inch unit, 4 inches wider, and it's amazing. Not only is it easier to see while we're running fast and going through rough water and stuff like that, but they have some new technology that makes it easier to see all around, especially in bright sunlight. It's called Solar Max HD multi-touch displays, and these displays are so bright that I can see them in bright sunlight anywhere in the boat, and I can see it really well with polarized glasses. That's been a problem in the past with some other units where you'd really need to take your glasses down to see them. Not ideal. But this multi-touch display, you can pinch zoom just like you do on your phone. And also I can put 2 different things on 2 different units. Like right here I have the radar displaying over here, and I've got a chart displaying over here. This is like a simulation that we would use, and especially after this hurricane. We're down here fishing Hurricane Irma, and we've kept the radar on all the time because what happens, you know, we run the same paths through the Florida Keys all the time, but there could be a sailboat down, there could be any piece of debris there that's sticking up a little bit, and the radar might be able to pick that up in advance. So these units are incredible with the high visibility screens and the multi-touch displays. It's called the Lowrance HDS Carbon 16. Check them out at lowrance.com.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Yeti, built for the wild. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Motor Guide, accuracy matters. And by Costa, Power Pole, Ameritrail, Hook, and B&W Trailer Hitches.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the show. You know, we'd like to get to know you better, carry on the conversation, and the best way to do that is follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Oh, he's after it. Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Did he get him?
Oh, yeah. He's going to jump right here.
Dog.
Oh, look at him coming back in the boat. Oh, my gosh.
He's a jumbo.
Oh, he let
he's
go. He let
big.
go.
That was a heck of a cuda, man.
Yeah.
I got one.
You got him? All right, Tom, get him, boy. Wow,
That was
he
cool.
crushed that. Get with it, boys.
That was cool, man.
That was a jumbo.
Yeah.
Our number one objective on this day was not, let's go catch a world record species, you know, let's go catch a world record permit, or let's try to do this on a fly rod. Our goal that day was to go out and spend a day with Jeff, catch up, let's go out and have an enjoyable day. And I knew we were going to accomplish that right away as we're leaving the dock. And we get out there and we're just having a great day.
Chasing towards the boat. Look, come on, come on. He go get it.
Look at him out there. What? Big shark, giant shark eating that cuda we just let go.
You're kidding.
Giant
Yeah,
shark,
yeah.
giant.
Yeah,
Like
big
a
dog.
hammerhead.
Was it a hammer?
I think it was a bull, but
I think it's bulls, yeah.
I
The
just
bulls here are
got
big.
cut off by that. Right as you said that, I looked away and
guaranteed that was that cuda we just let go.
Yep, oh yeah, for
100%.
sure.
well, what do we got? We got a big bonita.
We should
All
have.
right, get a bonita hanging.
You want to catch that thing?
Yeah, get a bonita hanging. We'll catch his rear end.
All right, let's do it. So, you know, what's interesting to me with those wrecks out there is they're just on or they're off. You know, you can go to one and for whatever reason, whether it's a tide, whether it's a group of fish moved in or something, bait or something, I mean, you get there and we saw that, where we get to one spot and we just, you know, jacks, bluefish and sharks and kingfish were busting us off and just all kinds of activity. And then all of a sudden it was done. And then, okay, we moved to another one and you just bounce around. And right there at the end, man, at that one spot, we had all kinds of action going on, sharks and kudas and jacks. And then all of a sudden, you know, it seemed like it was really starting to go and we see this big line of storms coming in, you know. But it was a good way to end the day and man, that was a lot of fun.
Jeff, I think this weather's degrading. What do you think?
Obvious.
We got
Yeah.
a long run back or what? I'll
Yep.
pull this anchor and let's
That
be
been
sounds
fun,
great.
man.
Let's go. It's been an awesome adventure with you guys. We'll wrap it up and get ahead of that weather.
I think if we go now, we're gonna stay just ahead.
Yes, if we go now, like right now.